Pivoting data means taking a long data set with many rows and turning it into a wider data set with fewer rows and more columns. This happens in almost every analysis when you want to summarize your data or aggregate data over some certain key categories. For instance, you might want to know what is my churn by customer type, and then to break that down by store type as well. Or in a different analysis, maybe you want to see the graph of the average sales per store and break down that graph further by customer type. These operations are familiar to people and it's popularized by Excel, but almost every system will support it because they are such core parts of analysis. To take a look at an example, we can examine this data set which represents a warehouse retailer's membership program. We know whether the member has canceled their membership or not, and we have some other demographic attributes about the customer and some characteristics of the store. Here, I'm actually going to understand whether or not cancellation of membership varies by participation in the store card program, warehouse retailer branded credit card, and whether that also differs when I break that down further by the gender of my customer. I can pivot this data, selecting a column so that each of the participation in credit card program or not has a column. I can break out the rows by the gender, and I can grab the average cancellation of membership for each of these buckets, and that will represent the fraction of people in each bucket that cancel membership or not. I can see that for men with no credit cards, there is about a 33% cancellation rate. For women with no credit cards, much lower, 26%. And for those who have credit cards, both men and women had about a 10% cancellation rate. This indicates to me that, one, participation in the store card program is quite important. The other thing that this indicates to me is that we have some real opportunities retaining men when they do not have a store card program, or that we should be aggressively targeting them with upsell offers to the Card Plus membership program. We can also understand this data visually with a chart. I'm going to bring in this data, select a pivot chart, and make it a bar chart. On the x-axis, I can have whether or not they have a store card. On the y-axis, the height can be the average cancellation rate. I can see that for those with a store card, it's about 10% cancellation. For those without, it's about a 30% cancellation. And I can break this down further. I can see whether that gender variable I was looking at earlier matters,